This is a Flying Cow production.
Well, hello, and welcome back to Movie Battles here on the Flying Cow, where we take the very best in Disney Pixar movie trivia and we put them head to head. And here with me today, calling all of this action, is Dr. Megan McCurley. How are you doing today, Megan?
Today is a great day because we get to play some trivia. This is going to be a really exciting match, some really interesting things on the line here, a couple competitors that this really could go either way based on both of their performances previously.
Absolutely, absolutely. As you are now aware, our champion, Kelly Meehan, is stepping down, which means that we need a new champion. Cameron Holtzman is already in the waiting, but we need to have an opponent ready for him. And rather than just appointing someone, I thought, wouldn't it be a good idea to have a small little playoff? So today we have 5 competitors that are going to be playing off for this, but today we've got 2 of them. We have Mr. VHS, Nazario Montenegro, going one-on-one with the Pardy Monster himself, Pardis Jesudasen. Pardis having quite the year here, and Nazario started off the year very good as well. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how these two match up.
Absolutely. You could very easily think, well, Nazario probably has this, but don't forget, Pardis came in and just made a wrecking ball out of the elimination gauntlet earlier this year. And so he's proven that you don't want to underestimate him at all. And as you said, Nazario started off really good and has hit a couple speed bumps here. So we're going to see if he can get past his current 500 record and start making his way back up towards the top where he thinks he deserves to be. And Pardis is also trying to play a little bit of a spoiler here as well, though he is coming in with the winning record as the favorite. Yeah. So already we're starting with a little bit of we're not quite sure what to think here.
Yeah, we will just have to see. But Megs, what do you say we go ahead and bring in today's competitors?
That sounds awesome. Let's go ahead.
All right. Introducing first, representing your local video store with a record of 3 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 knockout. He is a member of the Elimination Gauntlet Final 5 from this year. He is coming soon to home video. He is Mr. VHS, Nazario Montenegro. Nazario, how are we doing today, sir?
Sick as a dog.
Awesome.
But alive. But alive.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So, you feeling, feeling alive, felt like you wanted to risk a little bit more and play some movie trivia. Hope you feel even more alive, right?
See, like karma has been kicking my ass so badly on the health department. I think it owes me. So I figured you can pay me back with a win.
Right? Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So you are here today going up against Pardis. What are your thoughts on this match?
I have no idea who the man is. I think I was sharing the screen with him once in the gauntlet for a short second there. I think he was quick out. Other than that, I don't really pay attention.
All right. All right. Well, we will just have to see how things go. So let's go ahead and bring in your competitor for today.
Season.
And his opponent, representing whoever can show him where the party is. He is coming in with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats. He is not only a member of the Elimination Gauntlet Final 5, he is the 2022 Elimination Gauntlet MVP. He is the Pardy Monster, Pardis Jesudasen.
Hello.
Hello, Pardis. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing really well.
Absolutely, Pardis. We are so excited to have you here. This is going to be a really exciting match. Your thoughts coming up against Nazario, who seemed to be on a warpath here in the beginning, has kind of stumbled here a little bit. What are your thoughts about that coming into this match, knowing what you've done already this year?
I've seen some of Nazario's matches, and he's really, really great at them. So it could go either way, like you said in the beginning. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I got to say, Pardis, we are excited to see what you might get rolling here today. So why don't we go ahead and bring Nazario on in here? All right, we are all here. So let us go ahead and get started with the reading of the rules for round number 1. All right, in round number 1, 8 questions from random categories will be given to all competitors. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write each answer. Answers must be spoken aloud when revealing your response. All questions in this round are worth 1 point. If either competitor gets all 8 questions correct, they will have a perfect round and receive a 1-point bonus question. Competitors may request a repeat up to 3 times during the match. If you you need a little bit more time, or you want to hear the question again, ask for a repeat. Competitors also have a challenge that they can use at any point during the match. If you disagree with a ruling, you can use your challenge. If your challenge is upheld, you will keep your challenge. There is no stealing in this round. Are our competitors ready?
Yep.
All right, Megs, are you ready?
I am. Let's get this going.
All right, well then I don't know about you, but I feel ready for a movie battle. Action begin. And we will start in round number 1 with question number 1 in the category of early classics and classics. These are the films, mostly the 30s through the 50s. And your question. In the film, Geppetto gives Pinocchio a nickname that he uses in a song. What is it?
You can tell we're on a title path here because we're starting off with a little tough one here.
Tough.
Make them earn this.
Tough question coming from Pinocchio. Yeah, these songs. Sometimes they're they're right in your head. Sometimes it takes a second. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to start with Nazario.
Pino
is not correct. Pardis.
Is it Little Wooden Boy?
Close, but not quite there. The nickname, and the name of the song is Little Wooden Head. Little
Wooden Head. Yep, so close.
So close, but not quite there. So we are going to move on to the second question in this round.
And that question is going to come in the Renaissance era, movies from the 90s. In Beauty and the Beast, Gaston's attempt at a marriage proposal ends with what animal on his head? Quite a hilarious scene.
Yeah, quite a little bit. Some odd things going on here, obviously.
Yes. I feel like if someone came at me with that type of approach, I might have a similar reaction.
Right? 3, 2, and 1.
All right, let's start with Pardis.
Is it a chicken?
It was not a chicken. Nazario, to get on the board here.
The pig?
Pig is correct.
For 1
That was my second
point.
choice.
All right. And So Nazario goes up by 1 going into question number 3. And question number 3 is in the category of the dark times, films of the 2000s. You will find the voice talents of Malcolm McDowell, Dietrich Bader, and Miley Cyrus in which film? These films, I wonder how much these guys have seen any of these movies, The Dark Times. Some people watch them a lot, some people not so much. Some people have only watched them the once just to say that they have. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we are starting with Nazario.
It's Bolt.
Bolt is correct. Pardis.
There's also Bolt.
All right, so Pardis on the board, not doing too bad. 2-1 right now going into question 4.
And we're going to enter into the realm of Pixar. Any time frame of Pixar film. In the film, Luca and Alberto are obsessed with buying their own what? Please be as specific as you can.
I really enjoyed this film. As anyone who watched the Cinefanatics recent Pixar ranking knows, this was ranked rather high for me. But it's just a
very
fun
enjoyable film.
movie. Yeah, and fun.
It is.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Let's go ahead and start with Pardis.
It's going to be a Vespa.
A Vespa is the correct name. Nazario, could you pull it?
A Vespa bike.
Vespa bike. That is good enough for me. And they both stay neck and neck here.
Absolutely. Going into the 5th question in this round. That is the category of hybrid and Muppets. These are, of course, the live action animation combinations and Muppets films. And your question: what year saw the release of James and the Giant Peach? These guys.
Not one I hear.
Yeah, a lot of these players know their movie release dates, but you gotta wonder, these newer films, these hybrid films, have they taken the time to study these yet? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and we are starting with Nazario.
96.
1996 is correct. Pardis.
1996.
And looks like they have been doing their studying and it pays off. They still very close there. Nazario still with his 1-point lead.
All right, we got 3 questions left here, and our next one here is going to be coming from Decline and Wilderness, movies from the 60s through the 80s. And your question is, what musician provided the voice of the orangutan King Louie in The Jungle Book? Voice actors,
Old
can you
school
link it
here,
with?
Yeah.
It is very old school.
Can they pull something that old? Do they know anything that old is the question. We will just have to see in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Neither of you look really confident. Pardis, did you have a guess?
Nothing.
Okay, Nazario, did you get anything written down?
Nope.
Nope. Well, who we were looking for was Luis Prima.
Louis Prima.
Yeah, I would have gone
Yes. No. Wow. Okay. All right. It's all right. It's all right. Moving right along into question number 7 in the category of package films. These are, of course, the short collections of the 40s, everybody's favorite. And your question: which of these is not a character in the Peter and the Wolf segment of Make Mine Music? Is it Sasha, Boris, Sonia, or Ivan?
Can you pick out the red herring? The
Which
one you think maybe is in there, but really
things
isn't.
is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish my song? PBS won't sue for that, right? All right, let us go ahead and go with Nazario.
Boris.
Boris is correct. Pardis.
Sasha. I wrote Boris, then I was like,
Yeah, it's tough. All right, so Nazario taking a 2-point lead going into the next the final question in this round.
Yes, no perfect rounds on the board for either competitor, but one or both have a chance to add some more points here with a question in the CG revolution, everything from the 2010s to the present. What is the name of the young man Isabella is engaged to in Encanto? Recently
movie.
rewatched this film, still enjoyable.
Yeah, recent movie, pretty, popular. So we will have to see how well our competitors know it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna go to Pardis first.
nope.
Nothing? Nazario.
Nothing.
Is it Mariano?
Mariano is correct. Nazario goes up another point here, but still a young game here.
Yes, that's right. So at the end of round number 1, Nazario has a 3-point lead, 6-3. But as you said, we've still got another couple of rounds. I have honestly seen scores very close to this, and the person on the lower end ends up winning. So you never know what is going to happen. So let us go ahead and bring up the rules for round number 2. All right, in round number 2, also known as the wheel round, each competitor will spin the wheel up to 2 times. If you do not like your first spin, you can choose to spin again. However, if you do, if you land on opponent's choice, you are stuck with that. Competitors will get 4 questions from their category. Questions in this round are worth 2 points. Multiple choice is available. However, if you use it, the value of the point of the question drops to 1 point. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. Opponents may steal if a competitor gives an incorrect response. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. All right, so as we said, Nazario is currently in the lead. So Nazario, you have a choice. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to Pardis?
Let's defer.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the wheel for Pardis. Pardis, can you see the wheel?
Yes, I can.
All right, then Pardis, this spin is yours. Round and round it goes. We'll just have to see what it lands on. Oh, and it has landed on movie release date. Pardis, would you like to keep that, or would you like to spin again?
I would like to spin again, please.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and spin again, looking for something a little better, but whatever it lands on is what we are keeping. And we have landed on the category of the dark times. These are, again, the films of the 2000s. So, Pardis, you are going to receive 4 questions in the category of the dark times. And Pardis, I will be reading these questions to you. So we are going to go ahead with 4 questions in the category of the dark times. Pardis, your first question. What is the name of the vicious crab-like crewman in Treasure Planet?
I want a multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice it is. And your options there. Is it A, Raska, B, Targa, C, Scroop, or D, Cruz?
Do I get a free repeat or?
Of the options, you do.
Options, I'll do that.
Okay. Your option, is it A, Raska, B, Targa, C, Scroop, or D, Cruz?
C, Scroop.
C, Scroop is correct for 1 point. Very well navigated there. Going into the next question. In the Emperor's New Groove, how many generations has Pacha's family lived on the hilltop?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice it is. And your options there. Is it A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 9?
Is it A6?
A6 is correct for 1 point. Pardis, getting some tough questions here, but he's dealing with them very well. He is currently within 1 point of Nazario. And your penultimate question. In Meet the Robinsons, Lewis is told that Cornelius looks like what celebrity?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice it is, and your options there. Is it A, Harrison Ford, B, Tom Selleck, C, Steve Guttenberg, or D, Ted Danson?
B, Tom Selleck.
B, Tom Selleck is correct for 1 point. Nazario has tied it up. Let's see if he can gain the lead with this final question. In Home on the Range, what does Alameda Slim do to put the cows into a trance?
He sings a song.
I cannot give you sings a song. I'm sorry. So that means Nazario is going to get the opportunity to steal. And Nazario, the question is, in Home on the Range, what does Alameda Slim do to put the cows into a trance?
He yodels. He does yodeling.
Yodels is correct for a big 2-point steal. So tough round there for Pardis. Did pretty well in those first 3 questions. That last one, though, sometimes you feel like you know it, you take a shot, and it just doesn't pay off. But we will just have to see. Perhaps Nazario can get something that Pardis can get a couple of steals on. We will just have to see as we go ahead and bring up the wheel for Nazario. All right, Nazario, can you see the wheel?
I can.
All right, then Nazario, this spin is yours. And the wheel just likes it today. Nazario, you have spun movie release dates. Would you like to keep it, or would you like to spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right, so Nazario is going to keep movie release dates. So that means we are going to go ahead and bring up 4 questions in the category of movie release dates. And Nazario, these questions are going to be read to you by Dr. Megan McCurley.
All right, Nazario, your first question here in movie release dates is, the hybrid film Enchanted was released in what year?
2007.
2007 is correct for 2 points. Moving right along here in question number 2. Between Disney Animation, Pixar, The Muppets, and hybrid films, how many films were released in 1992?
And you will get 20 seconds for this question. A lot of catalogs to go through, a lot to think about.
2.
He took a swing on 2, and it connects. That is correct for an additional 2 points. Moving into your penultimate question here. Yep, you're now sitting at 12-6. Let's see if you can extend that lead a little further with this, again, penultimate question. What Disney animated feature was released in 1963?
Sword in the Stone.
The Sword in the Stone is correct for another 2 points. Final question here in movie release dates, Nazario. In what year was Muppets Most Wanted released?
2014.
And with that, Nazario sweeps round 2 for the full 8 points, now putting him 10 points ahead of Pardis, 16-6.
That's right. Strong showing for Nazario. Like you said, he is currently up by 10. Not quite over for Pardis. He is going into round number 3. Gonna be an uphill battle, but if anybody can do it, I know it is Pardis. So let us go ahead and bring up the rules for round number 3. In round number 3, competitors will choose 3 random numbers ranging from 1 to 20 that correspond to 3 random categories. Each competitor will receive 3 questions. Questions in this round are worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. There is no stealing or multiple choice in this round. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. All right, so Nazario, you are currently in the lead, so you are going to get the opportunity to give us your 3 numbers first. What sounds good to you?
10, 20, and 6.
10, 20, and 6. All right, and Pardis.
9, 17, and 2.
9, 17, and 2. All right. Okay, so like we said, Pardis is currently down by 10 points. So in order to send this back to Nazario and avoid the TKO, he is going to have to get all 3 of his questions correct. But we're going to start one question at a time with your 2-point question. You chose number 9. That gives you the category of early Pixar. Early Pixar. For 2 points. What is the name of the small, one-eyed green monster voiced by Billy Crystal in Monsters, Inc.?
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski! Yes, that is correct for 2 points. All right, moving on right along to your 3-point question. You chose number 17. And that relates to the category of villains. All right. In The Sword in the Stone, what does Merlin turn into to dispatch Madame Mim at the end of their wizard's duel?
Is it? Oh, yeah. Is it a rabbit?
And your winner by TKO, Mr. VHS, Nazario Montenegro. Nazario is correct. We were looking for a germ. Turns into a germ. All right. So good match, guys. You guys go ahead and turn off your cameras and we will see you in just a second. All right. So, good match. Nazario obviously having a great match. Both competitors having a tough time with round number one. I mean, you're on a championship path. They're hard on purpose. So, they did all right. Pardis just got a category that was tougher for him than Nazario did. And, Nazario built up quite the lead, but nothing for Pardis to be upset about. So why don't we go ahead and go right in to our interviews.
All right, and I'm here with Pardis. Unfortunately, was not able to pull it out today, but Pardis, overall, how are you feeling? I mean, you just kind of had an uphill battle here from the get-go, but overall, what are your thoughts?
I feel all right. I kept second guessing myself. I don't know why, but
that does happen. It can come across anybody, but you spun away from movie release dates in that first spin and you saw how Nazario did. Did it make you think maybe you should have stuck with it, or were you okay still with spinning away from that category?
I was okay too with the dark,
the dark times. Yeah, that was a tough round of questions, to be sure. Well-liked movies, but some kind of deep cut questions in there. So you were navigating really well in there. So just that 2-point steal there was a bit tough for you there. But things aren't necessarily over here for the year. We definitely hope to see you back, and you've still made your mark yet in this season with that impressive MVP performance over in the Gauntlet. So definitely looking forward to seeing what happens next. All right, and I am now here with Mr. Nazario, Mr. VHS himself. You said you thought Karma owed you a win, and you have it. How are you feeling now?
Still sick, but happier. Definitely, yes.
There we go. That is the key. Definitely, I think both of you had some struggles there in that first round, but you definitely came back swinging there in that movie release dates category. So kind of talk me through, how were you feeling as you were going through? Did you feel super confident with that movie release category? Because you took it fairly quickly.
Yeah. I usually put it in there because I'm not great at general movie release dates, but when you have a limited pool of movies, I can do it.
Okay, very good. So definitely something that you've honed in on, but there's no slouch on any of your other knowledge.
It was a little tricky though with that 1992 question, because I haven't really studied all the hybrid movies. So I knew there was the Muppet Christmas Carol, and I knew it was Aladdin, but I was like, is there another one there? Because it's no Pixar, but so I like that he's changing it up a little bit, so it's not just straight up like what movie came out in this year, because
we always gotta try and keep you competitors guessing with these questions. So glad that we were able to give you a little bit of pause there as you were sweeping through that category. But you do come away now here with your second TKO. We know that you will be facing the winner of either Caleb or Lauren. You kind of have some history with Caleb. You've seen Lauren through the tournament here that we had last year. Do you have any preference, someone you'd like to face off against? What are your thoughts on who you might be facing next?
I prefer Lauren, but I'm getting Boatman. So I can say that because I can beat him easy. I'm not sure I can beat Boatman again. I barely did that one time. So yeah, give me Lauren.
Okay, calling your shot. We've seen you pull off an impressive win here. We'll see if you can keep that streak going and get yourself back into that title picture. So definitely look forward to see what happens up here next, and best of luck on your next match.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there you have it. Obviously, Nazario moving on to, as you said, facing either Boatman or Lauren. He seems pretty confident as to who it's going to be, but if we have learned anything from watching Lauren, you never count him out. But
absolutely.
But yeah,
Nazario was calling his shots, but I'm going, yeah, I wouldn't count that chicken before the egg is hatched there.
Yeah, you just never know. But whoever it is, I am excited for that match, just as I am excited for the next match coming at us, Lauren versus Boatman. But until then, thanks to everyone for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, check us out. Also check out the Flying Cow podcast feed anywhere you find podcasts. Yeah, as always, stay here, stay watching, and remember, move.
Mm.